Accused Gilgo serial killer Rex Heuermann was back in court today, and it mattered. It wasn't like some perfunctory thing. Standing room only. Charged with killing a fourth woman. Remember, there were 4 bodies all found in the same area. They were taking their time making the connections. Some were frustrated. Here we are. Second-degree murder charge. Remember, in New York, that's just intentional murder. First degree is reserved for police and officials in their capacity. So this is the big ticket, okay? The victim, Maureen Brainard-Barnes, murdered 2007. Body found 2010 near Gilgo Beach, 3 years after she vanished. Doesn't make it easy to identify. 24-year-old sex worker from Jersey had a 7-year-old kid when she disappeared. That daughter was in court today, as was Heuermann's daughter and his wife. NewsNation correspondent Laura Ingle in court today joins us now, along with high-profile defense attorney Mark Geragos. So, Ms. Ingle, we both know the job well. What made your eyes pop today in court?
You know, just really the mere presence of how many people were in that courtroom. I've been to a couple of these hearings before. We have not seen anything like we saw today. There were a lot of law enforcement officials in suits, and there was one sitting next to me, and I asked the gentleman, I said, you know, who are you with? And he said, I'm part of the task force. You know, there were police officers that were in there that have been working on this case. But as you mentioned, Asa Ellerup, Rex Heuermann's wife, for the first time, their daughter, Victoria, showed up at court. And then we had the family members of Maureen Brainard-Barnes, all their eyes peeled on Rex Heuermann as he came through that door, handcuffed behind his back, to hear the charges against him. Remember, this was not a court date that was scheduled. The next court date was supposed to be February 6th, and the judge and the prosecutor moved it up because something had changed in their investigation, and today we learned what it was. It was the charge of Maureen Brainard-Barnes, that second-degree murder charge, and also we received a bail document handed out to reporters that was really significant. It just had a ton of information. When we're talking about evidence, it's not just one single strand of hair that was a match to somebody in Heuermann's family that eventually tied him to this case. It's mounds of evidence, of cell phone evidence, of searches that he made on his computer and fake emails, and a lot of cell phone data as well. So
let's put some of that up, Laura, Chris, while I have you here. You know, even the email that he used, sandbagger, you know, somebody who sneaks up on you and then does something to you. Obviously, this guy was searching for all of the worst things that you would want to see if you're painting a picture of somebody who wants to stalk and kill innocent women. Then you have the text that came up of his discussion with a sex worker that is really important as much for his wife as it is for him. A text came up. He's talking with a sex worker. He says, I'm working all day. I wanted to see if I could set something up later. My wife is out for the day. Remember, the reason the wife hasn't been implicated is because supposedly has an alibi, shows that she was not there. So he timed his crimes, goes the theory, to when she was out of pocket. So, Mark Geragos, the idea of following the family to get the DNA of the wife and the daughter, we now know, following her on the train, getting some of her DNA, to link the father to the bodies. How unusual, and are there any cracks in it?
It's not. It's becoming more usual. I wouldn't say that this is standard operating procedure, but it's a technique that's being used. And there aren't cracks in it if they have a reason to believe, separate and apart, and obviously they must, otherwise they wouldn't have followed them in the first place. Then, once they get somebody into custody, they do the more traditional, and that's been kind of sanctioned, if you will, by the courts and is acceptable. So I don't think anybody's going to get anywhere with challenging that. They may challenge it because of the novelty of it, but at the end of the day, as my father often said, you know, 4 bodies is an awful lot of probable cause.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.